Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, this is exciting. We're talking about the brand new 2026 Rivian R2, a model that a lot of people have been waiting for. And honestly, after looking at everything Rivian is planning, this might just be the most important EV they've ever made. Not because it's the biggest or the most powerful, but because it's the one that aims to bring Rivian to the masses. So grab a chai, sit back, and let's jump right into it. The first thing that hits you with the 2026 R2 is the design. You can instantly tell it's a Rivian. That signature-friendly face with the oval headlights is still there, but the overall look has been tightened up. It's a little smaller than the R1S, a little cleaner, a little more modern, and honestly, it feels like Rivian took every rough edge from the older models and just smoothed everything out. The front end looks confident. The side profile is more athletic, and the whole thing has this adventurous vibe without feeling bulky. It's the kind of SUV that looks just as natural parked outside a cafe as it does covered in mud on a trail. Now here's the interesting part. While Rivian is known for their fully electric setups, the R2 is actually rumored to be coming with a hybrid-inspired powertrain option for 2026. Not the old-school hybrid with gas and electric mixed together, but more like a range-extending system where the electric motors do the driving, and a small engine helps keep the battery alive during long trips. And honestly, this could be a game-changer for people who love EVs but still have range anxiety. So imagine this: instant electric torque for city driving, smooth acceleration, quiet cruising. And when you're on a long road trip or deep in the mountains, the range extender keeps the battery from dying out. That's the kind of flexibility that could attract a whole new audience to Rivian. And since we're talking about mountains, let's move to the off-road side of things, because come on, it's Rivian. They always deliver here. The R2 may be smaller and more affordable than the R1S, but Rivian hasn't cut corners. You still get excellent ground clearance, you still get that quick-reacting traction system, and you still get drive modes that basically give you superpowers on dirt, mud, sand, you name it. Rivian wants this SUV to be the one people actually take camping, not just take pictures of in the driveway. And with a lighter body and a slightly smaller footprint, the R2 might actually be more fun off-road than the R1S. Easier to maneuver, easier to squeeze down narrow trails, and easier on the battery. Honestly, I think this is exactly what a lot of adventure lovers wanted. Moving inside, this is where you start to see the 2026 glow-up. Rivian's interiors already feel premium and homey, with that soft-touch, natural material vibe. But the R2 takes things up a notch. The seats are redesigned to be more supportive. The steering wheel is cleaner with less clutter. And the center screen, of course, is still that giant Rivian tablet, but with a more refined UI and smoother animations. The big update inside is space management. Since the R2 is smaller on the outside, Rivian had to get clever with how they use the inside. And they nailed it. More cubbies, smarter storage, a flatter floor, and a rear area that opens up huge when the seats go down. Plus, the panoramic roof option is coming back. And honestly, that's one of the best parts of a Rivian. That wide open sky feeling when you're driving through nature. Now let's talk price, because this is where the R2 gets really interesting. The goal here is for Rivian to finally step into that affordable EV space. And by affordable, I mean not R1S money, not luxury SUV money, but more like mid-range SUV territory. The current expectation is that the R2 will start somewhere around the mid-$40,000 range, maybe a bit higher depending on battery and range extender options. But even then, that is a massive step down from the original Rivian pricing. This is Rivian saying, hey, we're not just a premium adventure brand. We want regular families, everyday commuters, and new EV buyers to join the ecosystem too. And that's the smartest move they could make for 2026. So how does the R2 compare to the past Rivian models? Well, think of the R1S as the big, fully loaded flagship, the luxury adventure machine with all the bells and whistles. The R2 is like the younger sibling that grew up watching the R1S do everything, learned from all its mistakes, and now wants to prove itself. It's more compact, more affordable, probably more efficient, and much more accessible. But here's the cool part. It still feels like a Rivian. The personality hasn't changed. The fun factor hasn't changed. It's just more practical. And honestly, I think practicality is exactly what Rivian needs right now. So overall, the 2026 Rivian R2 looks like one of the most exciting EV SUVs coming next year. Stylish, adventurous, reasonably priced, and flexible enough for both city life and off-road weekends. If Rivian executes this properly, and they usually do, the R2 could easily become the most popular model in the lineup. Anyway guys, that's my breakdown of the upcoming Rivian R2. Let me know in the comments what you think. Would you buy the R2 over the R1S or R1T? Or do you think Rivian should have kept everything fully electric and skipped the hybrid style setup? I'd love to hear your thoughts.